Hi, Stephen. Stephen, great to speak to you again. We spoke there when you were in League One. Stephen, I just want to touch on Tony Mowbray. We mentioned him here quite a lot. We know the type of football he likes to play: pass and move, slick football, put it on the ground, put it through the sort of phases as well in terms of build-up play. And sometimes when you come up against Tony, do you expect any surprises from him? Do you think maybe sometimes that he would mix it from set pieces, or maybe throw the odd trick in the bag, or is very Tony sort of rigid in how he's talking his philosophy in terms of football? Is it one of the more managers that you sort of know what you're up against?
Yeah, I think Tony's obviously got a clear style. He likes to play fast, exciting football, and all his teams are usually a reflection of that. So come up against him a few years ago when he was Blackburn manager, obviously a couple of times when he's been at Sunderland, and yeah, it's always a tough game. It's one that you've got to compete in and be ready for whatever they throw at you. And I think Birmingham have got a good blend. I don't think they've got one sort of style that suits them as a team. I think they mix it up. They'll go a little bit more direct. They've got players that they can do that with. You know, if they play Djukovic, for example, or if they play Hogan, who's a decent target man. But also, as you said, they can play through the lines and hit you with the wide players and attacking midfield players that they've got. So wherever they throw us on Saturday, we need to make sure that we're ready for that, but also try and cause them a few problems as well.
I suppose, Stephen, lastly from me, we talk about Enda Stevens' return. A player who's played a Premier League experience, international experience with Ireland, but Ciaran Clark there as well also played Premier League with Newcastle, international experience. And those two guys are so used to playing with each other, with Republic of Ireland, and playing with each other in terms of defence and combinations. And that's probably something that you haven't been able to use so far in terms of injuries affecting one or two other. And is that something that's as an asset as a club manager, we have two players that are so used to playing with each other, even with their country as well, in terms of defence, that that they're a blend and they have an understanding with each other that's built up from many years?
Yeah, that would be really useful, yeah, because players who've got good relationships and understand what the other's going to do obviously helps your team. I think with them two in particular, we haven't had them both available fit, and there's only sort of just joined back with the main squad since we arrived at the club. But what I will say, having them two players on the training pitch with their experience, their professionalism and how they go about things day in, day out is a good example really for all the young players to follow, because they do everything properly, they train well, and they're good influencers on the rest of the squad. So really pleased to have them both here, and if they both end up on the pitch at the same time, then yeah, that'll benefit the team as well.
Cheers. Thanks, Stephen.